Hey, my name is Alex. My project is called Geolocating Image Features, and the original project intent was to extract the GPS location of features and images, but that turned out to be a little bit complicated. And so in this project, I focused mainly on conducting a study of extracting depth from two separate images of features and images through a technique called stereo vision.
The idea behind stereo vision is actually very similar to something we use in our everyday lives called binocular vision with our own two eyes. In the image on the left, we can actually estimate approximately how close an object is or how distant an object is away from ourselves. In the image on the right, we can replace those eyes with two cameras, a left and a right camera. Without going into the details, we can estimate more accurately the depth of an object in images.
In this project, we want to estimate the distance between this camera and these streetlights, this nearest streetlight and this farthest streetlight, and we can do so with computer vision. I've measured the ground truth distance between the sidewalk here, which I'll show in the next video, between these streetlights, and we'll see how this computer vision method compares to the ground truth data. The following videos show me taking images during the day and at night. I recorded a daytime dataset and a nighttime dataset, in which I took images with a fixed distance apart, while trying to make the images as coplanar to each other as possible. Then, to simulate depth estimation with two cameras, I calculated depth with a pair of images, rather than taking images with two separate cameras. In order to evaluate this stereo vision technique, I need to measure the distance between the camera and the nearest streetlight and the farther away streetlight. The distance to the nearest streetlight is about 12.5 meters, and the distance to the farther away streetlight is about 28.8 meters. And my preliminary results show error as little as less than 1 meter, but also about like 5.6 meters, which is not too great. However, this might be not too bad considering that the distance between two streetlights is greater than 10 meters. But the larger problem is that I made a lot of assumptions that make my results actually inaccurate. And so the right way to do this is through some more pre-processing in order to do this stereo vision technique the right way. I encountered a lot of challenges this quarter, and while they might seem obvious, I definitely struggle with them. The first is that I lost sight of the main project goal. I got really sidetracked, and I ended up going down a rabbit hole of problems I was trying to solve. And so obviously the main takeaway from here is to keep sight of the main goal. The second is that if you can get help from an expert, use it, because especially if you're on a deadline, there's no point in reinventing the wheel, especially since the stuff I'm trying to do has been done before. And lastly, maybe I needed a better foundation, a computer vision foundation, because even though I've had half a year of experience with computer vision, it's still not enough. My background is in systems and not computer vision, and so I found that to tackle this problem, I was still wildly unprepared. Thanks for listening to my presentation, and I hope you can do better.